In the last lesson, we have solved all of the series related problems. I'm sure you have already seen it and you have learned how to solve all these problems. Okay. This time we're not going to find the sum. Basically, we will find the multiplication of all the series that we have here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy paste my plan, what I'm going to do in this lesson. So let me just get rid of all this, and this time I'm going to assign here, the multiplication things. Okay, so let's do it here. I'm going to create a command, and inside the command I'm going to paste everything that I want to solve. Again, if you can see, it's the similar kind of thing that we did earlier. The only difference, we are multiplying. Instead of adding them together, we are multiplying. So the problems like we already solved earlier, it is going to be the similar kind of thing. We are going to repeat. So let's come back here. We are going to maybe start with this one. Let's see what we want to do in this case. Again, we want to start from 1. We want to run until n, and the difference between them is 1. Each time we're incrementing by 1. So let's go down below here. Before doing anything, I want to get rid of this one. I do not need the m for the inputs for the starting point. And here, basically, I want to comment this one. So let me just copy and paste this one just for the future cases. Here I'm going to keep this one as a comment, and this time we're not taking the user input for m, therefore we'll only have the n user input, and we're going to start from 1. We are going to run until n. So let's do that. Each time the difference is going to be 1, so we are incrementing by 1. That should be all. Let's go all the way up now. So here again, try to understand what basically we're going to do. We're starting from 1. I can copy and paste this one just before the loop so that you know what basically we're going to do. Okay, so here, let me just comment it for now. And now you can see we need to start from 1. We need to run until n, each time incrementing by 1. But then we are not adding them up. We're basically multiplying them. So instead of int plus here, we are going to use int. Each time we're going to get the, variable I value. Let's say it will start from 1, then it will be 2, then it will be 3, and each time we're assigning that value to the sum in the end. And that should be all. But again, before doing anything else, remember the initial sum was 0. So if you multiply something with 0, and doesn't matter how many times you are multiplying or what numbers you are multiplying, the result will be always 0. So therefore we need to make it 1 here. Okay, now let's compile and let's run it, and hopefully we'll get the output that we are looking for. So this time, let's say if I give 5 here, so it will start from 1, it will run until 5, and it shows the end result. But this time we want to print equal, not the plus operator. Actually, the multiplication operator we want to print. So here I'm going to print the x operator, or the x symbol, actually, not x operator. Let's give here 5 again. We're running again, and it doesn't show because we have not compiled and run. So let's compile and run again. I'm going to give 5, and this time it shows the expected output. All right, so hopefully you got the concept here. Now you can solve all of them one by one, and I'm sure you know how to do this. Okay, so what we'll do, let's say maybe for all the odd numbers. And what is the change you need to do in this case? From 1 to n, you know what to do. All you need to do, you need to increase by 2 each time. So if you're starting from 1, the next odd number will be 3, then 5, then 7. That should be all. And if we run this, let's compile and run. Let's see. As I said, if you have understood only one template really well, rest of the things will be super easy for you. So let's say if I give here 10, and from 1 to 10, it will print all the odd numbers and their multiplication. So here we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and the end result is there as well. So hopefully you got the idea how basically we're doing it. Let's go all the way up again. Maybe we can choose another one. Let's say if the difference is 5 between each of these numbers. So we can start from 5, we can run until n, and each time the difference will be 5. I'm sure you can do that. So I'm not going to go with that one. Let's say now we'll start from n, and then we want to go until m, or maybe the other way. We'll start from the starting point and go to the n, and each time the difference is 1, as you can see. So now we'll bring back our m input. So here I'm going to uncomment this. We're going to take the m from the user. And again, I will get rid of this because now I will make sure the both inputs are valid. So here I'm going to take that one out. So we'll start from m, we'll run until n, and each time the difference is 1 because that's what we are basically solving here, as you can see. So let's go down below. It should work. By the way, if you do not want to use the variable sum, maybe it's better to use, let's say, something called multiplication or the product. So here I'm going to use product. And And then let me go down below here. Let's make sure that we are changing everywhere. Here is going to be product and product here as well. And finally, we're going to print the product. By the way, you can also make it a little bit more efficient by using assignment operator here. So what we could do here, we could write something like this. This is completely valid. You know, it's the same thing. Here, I'm going to comment it out. So if you're wondering again, I'm sure I have explained already earlier in the assignment operator part. So basically, we're multiplying each time with value I. That's all. All right. So now let's run it again. Let's see whether it does work. Here I'm going to compile and run, and I will cancel it. Let's rerun it again. So this time I'm going to give the starting point of the series. Let's say it's going to be 4. And the ending point of the series, let's say it's going to be 7. So it will start from 4, it will run until 7, and each time the difference is 1. So it will be 4, 5, 6, 7, and it will show the end result or the multiplication result of all these numbers. Okay, so that should be all. Let's go all the way up. Maybe we want to solve one more problem from here. And this time, maybe we can go for the decrement. So we'll start from n, we'll run until m. So this one actually, so we can solve this. Let's do it together. We'll start from n, the end point, and we'll go until the starting point. Each time the difference is 1, so we'll be decrementing by 1. So let's go down below again. We're going to start from n. Let me get rid of this one. This is not needed anymore. We will run until m, and each time the difference will be 1. And also make sure that we are using the operator right way. So it should be greater than or equal m. All right. Now we will run and compile and run. Let's do that. Here I'm going to compile and run, and let's give the first number of the series, which is in this case is going to be 1, let's say, and the end number of the series, let's say 5. So it will start from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's how it will continue, and you can see the result is there. So that should be all for this kind of series. In the next lesson, we'll be introducing a new kind of series, something like a decimal series. So we'll be handling with the decimal number in the next lesson.